Absolutely not. Oh, no.
History.
I'm Winona Johnston Alexander. I'm 17 and I attend Oakland School for the Arts. At this school we do arts management, is what I'm in. Here we do focus on every aspect behind the scenes of plays and shows that the school produces. What I like to do is stage managing, which is kind of just making sure everything runs smoothly, working with the director and closer to the actors.
Winona and Tiana, you're going to be working on light today.
Yeah. Oakland School for the Arts is a public charter school, meaning we receive public money, but we have a lot of independence to run our program the way we want. And we're a school now of 400, soon to be well over 500, middle school and high school students, that's grades 6 through 12, in one of actually 7 different arts areas.
Really it was great. Oh, yeah. Brought me. My Lord. It was great. Oh, yeah. Taught me. My Lord.
We're in the Fox Theater, renovated a 1928 historic Art Deco theater, which had been dark for about 42 years. It was recently renovated, and the school was invited to be a tenant in the buildings. I think the school in general has a big effect on them. They wake up in the morning, they know why they're coming to school. There's a real purpose when you have a focused educational opportunity like this. We're now in the arts wing, and this is a dance studio that we use for our theater department, and this, we're going to go into the visual arts room here. So all of what you would expect to see in an art school is happening here, but I believe that along with students who are producing in the traditional arts, there's another type of student who really thrives here, who maybe wouldn't have a place if we didn't have this other program.
So keep in mind that it's always like, if you do your front light, you know, you're going to do one area downstage, one area midstage, one area upstage.
We also learn how to do lighting arrangements and designs and how to run the sound and lights board and sound designs and cues and how to make floor plans and design sets, do props, just every different aspect that makes a show run smoothly besides the acting.
We need to figure out exactly where those screens are so that right above it on the top here we have a down light.
When I was in literary arts, I wasn't happy that whole year because I didn't want to be at school, and I wasn't happy with my emphasis, and so it just kind of spilled over into my academics. So I just like, well, I don't want to be here. So in every aspect, I was just kind of I guess, underestimating myself and just not working to my full potential. And then when I came to arts management and I figured out what I love to do and what I'm good at and kind of where I fit in this school, that it makes me want to work harder in my academics.
If you did it 90, would it go to the third?
Well, no, that's a great point. It does change quadrants because you're rotating and each one is a quarter of it, and there are 4 rotations that we can make.
I was just talking with Chelsea about her deadline here.
It's part of our thinking about education in general, and not just about the arts. It's about our belief that students need to be active and producing things as opposed to just absorbing.
So it says, she says, get some sleep, you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Light cue.
Yeah.
A big part of the program is the discipline of creating your own calendar. So it's really interesting because suddenly they had to think through, you know, how do I go from the starting point to the ending point, and what are going to be the different steps in between. They realized, like, oh my God, in arts management, I learned how to plan things. I learned how to organize myself. I learned how to decide the due date and how do I reach that due date. And they were realizing, well, I can use that for my math, for my science homework, for my English homework.
All of our arts departments have working artists in them. The world is so large, and what these kids are going to have to face later is going to be demanding and complex. So to give them a taste of that now, I think is really important. And it also adds, when we're talking about the product that we produce, to the beauty and artistry of our productions, our visual arts shows, the movies that we make, are all enhanced by the kind of real world artists that we have here.
Remember, there's going to be a screen, a scrim, and
It's going to be a psych. There's no scream.
Yeah,
well, the scream
there's 2 scrims.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things that's been really wonderful to see in Winona is how she really blossomed, you know, throughout the year. I think that when she started the year, she was very interested in arts management, but didn't really know what it entailed. And throughout the year, especially when she started doing lighting design, she really enjoyed, you know, that aspect, that creative aspect, you know, of the production. She's now realized that she could have actually a career in this.
Here, I just felt like I can push myself, and then I can see my work be shown, and that factor that, you know, maybe my name may not be in lights, but when I realize that I can do this, and I think I'm pretty good at it, that, you know, I would love to do this for the rest of my life. And I actually like doing the hard work about it, because in the end, when you just sit back or you run the board and you still get to watch the show that you worked on, it's really satisfying. It's a really great feeling.